Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Pastors of Pain. It's Advent. We are approaching Christmas. And I'm here. I'm Father Brian O'Brien, rector of Holy Family Cathedral, downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma, 820 South Boulder. And Father Kerry Wakulich is the pastor of St. John Catholic Student Center on the campus of Oklahoma State. They're closed currently. Do not go there for Christmas. You will find an empty, locked, cold building.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my faith life.
Yes, I was talking about your soul. We are approaching Christmas, Father Kerry. And so for a lot of people, that stresses them out. I think there's a variety of emotions these days. Christmas, for a lot of people, stresses them out because they haven't done all their shopping, or their Christmas lights are not as ornate as their neighbors.
Yeah. Hey, do you have a favorite Christmas gift you've ever received? Where you're like, oh my gosh, this was an amazing Christmas.
Yes. It was Castle Grayskull.
What? Come on, tell me more.
Do you know about He-Man?
Oh,
Have you heard of He-Man? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was where He-Man lived.
He-Man lived in Castle Grayskull, and what'd you do with Castle Grayskull?
Castle Grayskull, it was awesome. It was a castle, but it was like the middle part of it was like a skull, and then like the mouth opened, and that was the drawbridge.
Uh-huh.
Whoa. It was awesome.
that sounds.
But I got a bike. Like I got a bike one time for Christmas. That was awesome. I got some black socks once. That was nice.
What? Tell me the black socks came from like a couple of years ago.
If my mom dealt drugs instead of black socks, she'd be really good because she. So every time I'm just kidding. Every time it's my birthday or Christmas, I'm guaranteed to get a text or an email from my mother asking me if I need socks.
Brian,
guaranteed. And because there was a time, I don't know when this was. There was a time in seminary when I didn't have good socks, but like it's important, like having good socks, As I've heard said over the years, you got to have a good pair of shoes and a good bed, because if you're not in one, you're in the other, And so socks are a big part of it. Anyway, so I found like a brand of socks that I really like. And then also one of the things that I do, this is just like to live a simplified life, is I don't have different socks. I have one kind of sock, and I just have like 10 pairs. And so when I do laundry, and everyone, you should do this because it makes life way easier. When I do laundry, any sock can go with any other sock. There's no like, oh, here's the green ones over here, and here's nope. I only own one brand, one particular kind of black sock. So I wake up in the morning, I open my drawer, I can pull out any pair of socks. And they're the exact same socks that I wore yesterday and then I'm going to wear today. Anyway, strong recommend.
One is clean and the other one's not.
No, if they're dirty, they go in my laundry. Mm-hmm. And if they're clean, they're all exactly the same.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's a game changer. It'll save you literally seconds each day. But more importantly, it saves me mental energy that I can then spend on other things. Anyway, Christmas brings a variety of emotions. Christmas also brings I think Christmas is very difficult on a lot of people. People mourning the loss of a loved one. People who are far away from home, they're not with their families.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's a beautiful time of year, but also I think it's a time to be for everyone to be sensitive to what is going on with other people. So especially if you know someone who's lost someone in the last year or so, you might that'd be good to check in on them. this
Well,
Christmas.
yeah, what did I spend? I spent Christmas in the Panama Canal Zone when I was 20.
Yes, as everyone should.
It was really great. It was like seeing how a different country celebrates Christmas. That was entertaining.
I have
And then
no
wait,
doubt.
and then I spent Christmas when I was in 1998. Let's see, 1997. I spent it in the Panama Canal Zone. Christmas 1998, I spent in Korea.
Oh,
Uh huh. And none of us, you can't leave, and you're stuck with these people. Yeah, yeah. Well, so I had Korean food one year, and then the
oh,
year before that we had Panamanian food mixed with Filipino food. There was a Filipino lady on Howard Air Force Base who would make up all this delicious Filipino food. And
yum.
I think one year I went to Christmas, but I think when I was in Central America, I didn't go to Christmas that year because we were working.
Oh,
Yeah.
sinner.
Well, I couldn't. The
No, I get you. I get you.
military ops runs 24/7 sometimes.
Okay, here's something funny about Christmas. You have been to more Christmas masses at Holy Family Cathedral than I have, because I've never been to one.
Really?
No, I mean, I was never assigned to Holy Family as a seminarian. I was
Mhm.
never, I've never been assigned there until I moved in July. What can I expect?
Okay. This. Okay. I want to tell everybody, but
I'm also
also
asking other people who are actually here all the time, but I know that Father Carey has been to Holy Family
yeah,
in and
yeah.
around Christmas, so I would love to know what's up.
Okay. I usually only go to midnight mass.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to tell everybody about this, and then I don't want to see your face there because I just want it all for myself. It is the best. Your music director, what's his name?
Ernest.
Ernest.
Yeah.
Ernest puts on this concert Christmas Eve night, and I think
It starts at
el-
11.
it starts at 11, and it is smashingly beautiful.
It's
Goose,
before the midnight
like
mass.
hair standing up on my arms, you know, I just it stirs. I'm even thinking about it right now, and I can see I can't remember what I got for Christmas ever. I can remember
How sad.
last Christmas, the midnight mass, and being there and where I was, and just marveled by the beautiful music. But what Ernest did so well, and what I think Holy Family does supremely better than everybody else,
Oh, I don't know
is
about that. I mean,
they, and I'm using the word usher, they usher in
yes.
this mind blowing day to give you the awe of Christmas. Because Christmas is not just like somebody showing up. It's the second person of the most holy Trinity, the Savior of the world, being born in the town of Bethlehem, and there's no real shock and awe when you just go about kind of celebrating Christmas the same way you did last year. The Holy Family, you walk in first, and at 11 o'clock, the church is full.
Yeah.
So, as a priest, I have a seat. It's in the sanctuary.
So you're coming for midnight mass?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am.
Okay,
I
that's
think.
great.
Yeah. So, do you want me to preach? Is that what you're inviting me
The
to?
Bishop Condola has the mass.
Oh, at midnight?
He's taking the midnight this year.
Well, cool. Well, I'll see him there. Does he want me to hold his crozier for him?
No, he
Okay.
wants you to stay out of his line of sight.
Warm up a seat for him, sit down in it.
Yeah.
No, it I think that's what I, as we talked about this, about like what is Advent, what happens with like Christmas music in the Colvin the week before Thanksgiving, and like all the scene of cultural Christmas is that it just numbs us to the wild event of God becoming flesh and dwelling amongst
Yeah.
us and being
Yeah.
born in the womb of the Blessed Virgin Mary. It's just like, whatever, you know. It's another Walmart, Coca-Cola, Fat Santa, boring, Christmas, you know. And then you go to Holy Family Cathedral, and you get smack. It's like watching it's like watching a baseball being pitched across home plate and it being hit 480 yards over the center field fence, and everybody goes
Oh,
wild.
wow. That's
Hmm.
fun.
Yeah, yeah.
So one thing I would say to people, I mean, we're the cathedral, right? And everybody's welcome at their cathedral.
Oh, thank you.
I I would say to everyone, go to your parish. Everyone should go to their parish. Invest in the life of your parish. Talk to your priest, and maybe he needs help decorating, maybe decorating the church. With Christmas masses also comes usually more people, and so does I would just encourage everyone to walk up to your priest and say, Father, I know Christmas is coming up. Anything I can do to help the parish?
Hmm.
And then he might say, "No, we're good, we got it, we got this finely tuned operation." Or he may say, "Oh my gosh, thank you. I was looking, I need someone to do this or that." The other thing, though, I think at Christmas. So anyway, everyone go to your parish. If you're visiting, if you're in Tulsa and you don't have a church to go to, or you are visiting Tulsa, we'd love to have you at Holy Family, of course. The other thing, though, I would say to all you regulars out there, all you Sunday Mass goers,
Hmm.
wherever you go to Mass on Christmas, Holy Family or some other parish, but especially if you're at your home parish, there are going to be new people.
Mm.
And I've become, I think in my old age, um,
You are
I
you
just,
are you are one
I
year
am
older
one
than
year,
me.
we are in that weird time of year where I'm 1 year older than Father Kerry. It only lasts for 40 days,
Hmm.
but we're in it.
Penitential.
I'm 49, he's 48. Okay.
Penitential.
Um, in my old age, I have become very, like, I don't like religious jokes.
What?
Okay. Like, I don't like it when someone's like, Father, hey, did you hear the one about Jesus and Moses and I'm like, I don't, I usually don't like throw a fit when people do that, but I don't like those kinds of jokes. Anyway, I also do not like Catholics talking down about people who only come to Mass on Christmas and Easter. I
Okay.
don't I don't like it. May I rant for a moment?
Oh,
I think
let
I
me get
think it
some thoughts over
reeks when people do that. I think when people do that, and even priests, right? When priests do it in a homily, they make some little joke, or I think it reeks of pride.
there.
I
Ooh,
think
think
it makes you sound like you think you're better than that person.
holy roller.
Um, and I think you miss an opportunity. If you kind of think here's this person who maybe has never been to this church before, or maybe
Hmm.
literally the last time you saw them was Easter or last Christmas, and so now you're like judging them. Now you're like, well, geez, they don't, like they don't care, they don't. And when in fact you have no idea what's going on, like in their heart. You have no idea if this is the Christmas where they start to come back. And maybe it's your kindness, or maybe it's the music, or maybe it's your the priest's homily or something that stirs something in them that gets them coming back more regularly. Or maybe it's that experience that then 5 years later, has planted a seed that then gets them to go to confession, or gets them to go on that retreat, or gets them to start coming back and
Uh-huh.
practicing their faith. Anyway, I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of people making the various jokes that they make about people who might not normally come, but who come on Christmas. I think we're missing a huge opportunity, and we sound it like idiots. We sound judgmental. We sound very, very prideful, as if like you're not better than that person. You go to mass every week. You go to mass every day. You're not better. You're not better than the person who doesn't. You
Yeah.
know. Anyway,
Yeah.
I
Well,
just don't. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want to hear it. Holy Family people don't want to hear it.
what I think what you very clearly danced around is that when someone says, "Oh, that person only comes here for Christmas and Easter," and you're mocking them, it's revealing in yourself sort of animosity and bitterness and judgment on another person, which then, like, this is what the Lord does. He's like,
Yes.
don't bring that thing out as a righteous deed. You're looking at them, and I'm arriving over here, and this person is looking for God. And so, yeah, I agree. I agree. Don't be a jerk to others.
Yeah. So anyway, that's one of those like things that I think I've become more sensitive to as I've aged, shall we say.
Hey,
So
I
be
think
on the lookout. So again, wherever you are, be on the lookout for new people. Be on the lookout
yeah.
for, um, we want people to have. I mean, the mass is not about you, but we want people to have like a good experience at our church.
Amen.
Move
Yes.
over and allow someone to sit down. Like don't be hogging seats. Don't be saving seats. Um, there's going to be like, yeah, less room than there normally is. Okay, fine. That's the way that goes. Anyway, be on the lookout for new people. People may, oh gosh, I work with that guy, or that guy works in my building. I'm going to go say hello, and you should, right? And and
Yep.
and maybe they're there. Maybe they're there all the time, and they go to a different mass than you, and you didn't even know they went to the same parish.
Yeah, yeah. Hey,
So
I
be on
have
the
a question.
lookout for newcomers.
I have a question. Is the Holy Family on Christmas? Do you guys have confessions before the masses?
I don't know what we're doing with that.
Oh, if you, I mean, before the midnight mass, if you need somebody to hear confessions, I'll give an hour.
Sold.
10:30 to 11:30.
I'm writing it down.
Oh
I
no!
have my
Oh,
I have my post-its right here.
did I really mean that? Well, I would love to. I would love to,
Okay,
like, give people
but
the
that's
opportunity.
during the concert.
That's fine. Like, I've already heard it once. I can hear it
You're
again.
giving up. You hear. What's funny is that the Holy Family. This is true at a lot of parishes. Like at Holy Family, we'll hear confessions like during Mass. So like Father Joshua has the Mass, and I'm in the confessional, and I'll sometimes say to people like, and as you just heard in the reading, and they're like, how do you know what's in the reading? Because the door opened for 5 seconds, and I, you know,
Yeah, and I've read these readings before, but this is your first chance to hear the beauty of the Holy Family Cathedral choir, plus the strings and horns that show up.
yeah,
And you,
I'm
I know,
excited.
I know how much you want people to experience God's mercy and love. Um, Maybe I should put a sign outside that says, "Really, really mortal sin," or "Have it been in a month."
Yeah, we've thought about doing something like that, and then it, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
like a
hard
sign
to
that
do
says,
that without revealing. Now you're like revealing people's.
No, yeah, I mean, or they haven't been in a month, which is kind of the standard. I tell people go once a month.
Okay, I'm going to put that. That's great. Okay, so you're going to hear it before midnight mass. That's
I will happily
great.
do that. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Hmm.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, so I'm excited. This will be my first Christmas at Holy Family. But then what's weird, I mean, we have 5 Christmas masses. The bishop is going to do one of them.
Ooh.
Um, and it's like the midnight. And so it's actually when I emailed, this was like 2 months ago, and I emailed the bishop's assistant to say we were starting to plan Christmas and
Hmm.
stuff, and so he always gets first option, right? Because this is his cathedral, his parish. And I was told that he usually does the 6 o'clock, the Saturday or the Christmas Eve 6 o'clock. So I had that in my head, and so then when she responded back to me and said Bishop will take midnight, I was like, oh man, like I wanted the midnight, and then I realized, O'Brien, shut it, because it's not your it's not your parish, and anyway, it was just like a kind of putting me in my place, which I
Is,
need
wait,
regularly.
I have a deep dive like nuance question. Is the cathedral a parish, and is the bishop the pastor of the cathedral, or what? Tell me.
The cathedral is a parish. Yes, we have parish boundaries. We have all of the all of the canonical
But you're
requirements
not
of
the
a.
pastor.
The bishop is the pastor.
You're
So that's
his.
why my title is that's why I'm the rector and not the pastor.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've never seen the nativity set at Holy Family either.
I've never seen the nativity set. No, no, not in person. We're about. He just ran off. We're about to. We're kind of getting ready to set that up. Yes,
Okay. So what?
he just
You
ran off.
guys,
That was
you
funny.
got, but you guys at Holy Family have like lots of nativity sets that people have given you over the last 100 years.
I don't know that. I mean, I
What do
know
you
we
mean?
have a couple in the rectory. I mean, small ones. Because right before, actually before Advent, or the first Sunday of Advent, there was Father Castle took on the rectory decorating, and of course does a great job because he's awesome. But anyway, so we have some smaller sets in the rectory. We have like multiple big ones. I didn't know that.
Huh? No, I think you have a lot of small sets, but then there's that really beautiful one that goes out in the church.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, I mean it's going to be beautiful. We've ordered yeah a bunch of poinsettias. We have beautiful trees kind of all around. We'll be ready.
Uh,
We're fired up. We're very
what
fired up.
what are order poinsettias? What?
What do you mean?
Is that what you have to? I don't have any flowers.
Oh,
Do I
yeah.
need to order?
You save a. I mean, usually your Christmas collection is your biggest collection.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah. So if you're coming, especially if you're coming from somewhere else, yeah. Bring your wallet, because this is gonna. You gotta support our aging cathedral.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it's also, yeah. There's those expenses related to Christmas decorations, poinsettias, all that.
And music and the beautiful music at
And
midnight.
music, yes, yes. And that costs. We hire professional people to come,
Yeah.
um, and it's all worth it. We want a beautiful celebration of our
Yeah.
Lord's birth.
Like I said, it's like it shock and awed me last year.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm ready. I'm fired up. I'm fired up. So we're gonna have 5 masses. Just to recap:
Uh-huh.
Easter Vigil, the 24th.
Easter
Sorry,
Vigil.
Christmas,
Ah!
Christmas Vigil. That's on the 24th at 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Then on Christmas Day, we will have three masses: midnight, 8 a.m., 10 a.m.
Okay.
And it's gonna be awesome. So I really do. I hope people come. Let's fill it. Let's pack the cathedral. And then I would say invite friends. I mean, this is actually a really beautiful opportunity. I think a lot of people who don't normally go to church, they do want to go to church on Christmas, even if it's just so they can tell their grandma that they went to church. Their motivations may not be, totally
Yeah.
like they want to praise God in this holy sacrifice of the Mass. But invite friends, bring them along.
Okay.
Bring them
So
along. It's huge evangelization opportunity.
okay, out there, people who are non-Catholic, they're going to show up at Holy Family Cathedral. They're going to walk through the front door. What should they do? Should they greet you or Father Josh or somebody? Like, tell me, give them some instruction. Like,
Non-Catholics,
yeah, like
non-Catholics.
non-Catholic, never been to the
Oh, I
cathedral.
mean, yeah, no, I would walk in and find a seat. Um, we'll have some materials and things in the back of the church that
Hmm.
you can grab and read. But I would just come in and find any open seat. There
Okay.
won't be.
So
Do not sit in the big one up front.
that's the
That's
bishop.
where that's where the bishop sits.
So people going to mass during Christmas, they can just walk in and find a spot.
Yep.
What should they? Like? There's books in your church. Do they have the readings in them for Christmas?
Yes. Yes. So we'll have the readings. Yes, we will have the readings for Christmas. There'll be actually like a little a hymn board, HYMN a hymn board
Uh huh.
up in the front with the numbers, and then we'll announce it. So like right before Mass, one of our lectors goes up and says, "Welcome to Holy Family Cathedral and Merry Christmas." You can find the readings at this or that.
Yeah, the readings for that liturgy. Okay, at the reception of Holy Communion, what should
Hmm.
they do at Holy Family Cathedral?
So someone who is not Catholic
Uh huh.
or is not in the state of grace, meaning they have not been to sacramental confession and are aware of mortal sin,
Hmm.
or somebody if you're in a regular marriage situation, one would not present yourself for Holy Communion, but
Or
you could.
the usher tell
So
you
the
your hand.
option would be stay right where you are, stay in your seat, and just continue to pray, listen to the music, just talk to the Lord.
Yeah.
Or at Holy Family, it's very common for people to come forward and just cross your arms over your chest and receive some encouraging words or receive a blessing, and
Okay.
then return back to your seat.
Okay.
That's the
I,
norm.
anything like there's a Catholic tradition of praying in front of the nativity set on, and you get like an indulgence for that. Um,
Yeah.
tell non-Catholics what should they do?
Yeah, so in any Catholic church you go to during Christmas, at Christmas time or kind of after, you're going to see some kind of setup somewhere of a manger or a cave. You're going to see Jesus, Mary, Joseph. You're going to see some shepherds. You're going to see,
Mm-hmm.
usually there's some animals, there's straw, whatever. It's very common to go and just to pray in front of that, as a sign of devotion to the Holy Family, as a sign of adoration, of adoring the Christ child that we celebrate at Christmas. So it's a nice little tradition. I do that every year. I spend some time in front of the Nativity wherever I am, and it's always like a very beautiful time of prayer.
Whoa. Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So all the good people of God out there, all 24 million of you who are listening to this podcast, make your way to Holy Family Cathedral.
We'll take you.
We won't all fit in there at the same time, but come in, trickle in one at a
No,
time.
yeah, I mean definitely midnight mass is
Yeah.
going to be I think the most crowded, probably followed by, and I don't know this but followed by the 4 o'clock But anyway, we'd love to have you. We'd love to have you. Check us out, TulsaCathedral.com. TulsaCathedral.com. All right, we're out of here. Happy Advent. We'll be back next time we talk. It will be Christmas time.
Peace.